here live, and this is your boy, Juggernaut097, bringing you guys my WWE NXT Takeover The End review / highlights or results, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm here to bring it for you right now. And, last night was NXT Takeover The End, which it was a very good show. NXT usually always, comes through. They usually always do really good shows, and this was another exception here. It was great, which I don't think anymore. Like these NXTs can really updo each other because every NXT is special in their own way. Because this NXT Takeover The End was special in its own way because it had more of the wrestling type of stuff on there, and then Takeover Dallas had more of the showcasing of the showcase, okay, and Takeover Brooklyn had more of the you have more of the drama on that show because with Bayley winning finally, that was more drama on that show. But like I said, every NXT Takeover has been really good to great. I really enjoy them, and I can't wait. And then the next NXT Takeover will be Brooklyn in August, which that's going to be another good one also again. So, yeah, but if you guys are also joining me live, you guys go down in the chat below. You guys can tell me what you thought of the show last night. And sorry I didn't bring you a review for you guys last night because I did it with the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast. The only podcast that is always an Instant Classic. But let's go ahead and get started with this review. So, I like how they gave us some, told us why they call it NXT TakeOver The End, because it gave us some little reason why they called it that, because I was wondering, if this was going to be the end of NXT, there's a lot of speculations going if this was going to be the end of NXT. But it's pretty much the end of a generation NXT, with all the people like the Seth Rollins, the Kevin Owens, the Nevilles, the Bray Wyatts, the Paiges, the Sasha Banks, the Charlottes, all of them. It's a new generation of NXT. We're getting into a new generation, so we're going to have, because of this whole brand split that's happening, and with the whole, there's going to be NXT people getting called up, so they're having to revamp the roster. That's pretty much why they're calling it. So it is Takeover The End of the Beginning. So, yeah, I like how they gave it, how this threw that tagline in there right at the end. That was a really cool way to do that. But let's go ahead and start with the first match. So we had the first match. It was Andrade Cien Almas. I probably botched his name there, but he was facing Ty Dillinger. And Ty Dillinger, he was hell over. He was probably the third over in this night. Well, one of the best over, than Shinsuke or maybe Finn or American Alpha, but he was really hell over here. They were doing the 10-10-10. They were doing that whole gimmick there. And thank you for the viewers who are joining me here live. You guys can go down in the live chat below. Tell me what you thought about NXT TakeOver. But this was a pretty fun match. The whole outfit that Andrade Cien Almas was wearing, it was kind of needs to get. I need to get a little used to that, but his in-ring work was actually pretty good. I like when he did a double moonsault during the match, and that was really cool. I also like when he did a double knees to the spine on Ty Dillinger. That was another cool spot during the match. Ty Dillinger, he did a freaking nice super kick when Andrade Cien Almas. I'm just gonna call him Cien Almas because that's just his name is just too long. Hopefully they actually shorten it down. I think they are gonna be shortening it down, but I like when they did the when Cien Almas, he was doing a handstand on the top rope, and Ty Dillinger super kicked him, and freaking Cien Almas, he freaking sold that like a boss. I mean, seriously, he really did that good. That was really cool. Like I said, Ty Dillinger was really over in this match. But the winner of the match was Cien Almas. He will win by double knees in the corner. So, yeah, it was a good way to, pretty much get him on the show, which I kind of feel bad for Ty Dillinger because he always gets the short end of the stick. I mean, he gets built up to lose to people. I mean, he makes people look good, which, hopefully they actually do give him a push on there because I think he is NXT championship material, in my opinion. So yeah, but like I said, good way to kick off the show. It was about like a 5-minute match, but it was a good way to kick it off. And then next we had was the NXT Tag Team Championship match. American Alpha were defending titles against the Revival. And American Alpha, of course, they were so over here. And this match, probably the best match of the night in my opinion. This was the best match of the night. You had great style, like this whole match I loved. I liked when American Alpha they did this double ankle lock during the match. That was pretty cool. I like when Jason Jordan he does his drop kicks. Those drop kicks are hella nice. Like he just those drop kicks need to be IOP'd. I'm serious. They need to be IOP'd. Um, I also like when I think the Revival they were going for like a doomsday device, and freaking Chad Gable he like freaking reversed it into a belly to belly. That was pretty cool during the match. I like the pretty much the whole tag team maneuvers that they each were doing. Like I like when um I like when the Revival they did this sunset flip into and then they did a clothesline combination. That was pretty cool during the match. I like this dropkick German suplex combination with American Alpha. I just thought this match was very good, and like I said, best match tonight. And I like both tag teams because both tag teams have something different to offer. Because like American Alpha, they do their whole high flying, they do the whole back, do their whole high school type of wrestling, collegiate wrestling. And then you got Revival, they just pretty much want to go out there and have a fight. That's pretty much what they want to do. I mean, I didn't like Revival at first, but they've been actually growing on me lately. But the winner of the matches were the Revival, which they would like pretty much break up the Grand Amplitude, and they would pretty much knock Chad Gable out of the ring, and then they would hit the Shatter Machine on Jason Jordan, and they would get the 1, 2, 3, and your new NXT Tag Team Champions, American Alpha. So, I mean, not American Alpha, it's a Revival. Sorry, botch out right there. But I thought this match was very good. But after the match, we had some people come out, which let me figure out what their names are again. They got attacked by I can't remember what their name is now. If someone knows, go down in the comments below and actually tell me what their name is. But these two guys, they came out and they pretty much attacked American Alpha, and Paul Ellering came out, and looks like Paul Ellering is going to be their manager. So that is going to be very interesting to see. And these guys are really huge. I mean, this tag team kind of reminds me of 3-minute warning. I go like 3-minute warnings here. It's 3-minute warning, and that's what they kind of remind me of a little bit. No, but we haven't saw Paul Ellering for a long time, and we haven't saw like the last tag team that he managed was the Road Warriors, and actually he managed like Disciples of Apocalypse back in like the late 1998 around there, so he's managed some teams in here. So I think this would be pretty interesting to see what happens with this new tag team. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens, like I said. And then next, we had another good match. We had Austin Aries versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Really fun match here. Like I pretty much expected this to be a really good match. Shinsuke Nakamura, he hit his really good knees during the match. He did really good strong style during the match. Austin Aries, he worked on Nakamura's leg a lot during the match. There's a really cool spot that happened on the apron where it was like a Death Valley driver that happened on the apron. Like holy shit, that looked like that really hurt a lot. Like that was a really cool spot during the match. Austin Aries, he did a lot of suicide dives during this match, but there was one point where he did a suicide dive and he freaking ate shit in the barricade. He just hit the barricade and bam, like I thought that was kind of funny when he did that. But like I said, Nakamura, he did some really good stuff in this match. I mean, both these guys did really good, but the winner of the match was Shinsuke Nakamura. He would win by the Kinshasa. He went off the top rope and then to the back of the head and went to the front. So, like I said, your winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. And where does Austin Aries go from here? I'd probably to the main roster. I mean, I think he's going to be going to the main roster after this during this draft, and probably Shinsuke Nakamura. He's probably going to be maybe having a feud with Samoa Joe. I mean, that's what I would expect to see. Hopefully, we get a Joe and Nakamura feud before Nakamura goes up to the main roster. So, but like I said, this was probably, I'll say, second best match of the night. So, yeah, but these guys, they just had so well chemistry in the ring, and I just can't give this match any more justice. You guys just need to go check it out on the WWE Network, only for $9.99. But yeah. And the next match we had was the NXT Women's Championship match. Asuka was defending the NXT Women's Championship against Nia Jax. This match was a lot better than I expected it to be. I didn't really expect it to be great going into this, but it was actually pretty good. I mean, Asuka probably made Nia Jax work a lot harder in this match, and this was like the first time we see Asuka actually get beat down during the match. Like Nia Jax was pretty much toying with her during the whole match, and I mean, Asuka, she would put in some submission holds, but Nia Jax, she would get out really early. But towards the end of the match, Asuka, she just pretty much kicked it up to a higher gear, pretty much did her kicks, and that's how pretty much the match ended. Like, I didn't expect it to end that way. And I was hoping that we were going to get Bayley to come out, but no, we did not get Bayley to come out, which kind of sucked that we didn't have Bayley come out. But, I mean, I was happy Asuka retained, and who knows who's going to be going after her title next. I mean, maybe Alexa Bliss. I mean, who knows, but really fun match. I enjoyed it for what it was. And then next, we had an interview backstage. Pretty much it was Kathy Kelly. She was interviewing William Regal. And we saw the man, Bobby Roode. I'm wearing my Bobby Roode t-shirt right now. And, I kind of like how they're making this a little slower, how they're making his debut slower in the ring. They show a little bit of him at Takeover Dallas, and now they're showing a little bit of here. So, I mean, I like how they're showing this slowly, but I feel like they're just moving along with it slow, so that's a good thing. So who knows when he actually is going to be debuting? And he, pretty much walked into Regal's, I think it was an office, and so, yeah. And then next we had was the main event. It was for the NXT Championship. It was in the steel cage for the first time. It was the first ever NXT steel cage match, which I like how they brought the NXT, how they brought the cage down. Like it came down like from the sides. Like it was cool how they brought it down. And this cage isn't like a main roster cage. Like this cage, the main roster cage usually always shakes when you hit it, but this cage did not shake at all. Like when you hit it, like it was just pretty much stiff the whole time, which I like that. I really like that. This was actually a real steel cage. But Finn Balor, he was defending the title. No, not Finn Balor. Sorry. Joe was defending the title against Finn Balor. I like Finn Balor's entrance a lot. I like how they played used some steel cage props during his entrance, how they knocked down the cage. And I like how he got his entrance. He climbed into the cage. That was pretty cool. And I love his whole demon paint he had on. And I thought that we were going to see Finn Balor snap, but he didn't really snap in this match here. But I just really thought the whole entrance was really good. And, Joe, I like his entrance also there. But on to this match. This match was very good. I'll say it was kind of the weakest out of the matches that they had. I think the best match that they had would have to been probably their London or their Dallas match. It's one of those two. I'll say their Dallas match was a little bit. Well, the London match was better. The reason why I say that is because we didn't have as much stoppages, which I hate that. How we had so many stoppages during that show, but I kind of wish we had some blood during this match, because like these guys hate each other. We want to see them rip each other apart. Like I wish they had a little blood in this match, just a tiny bit. Like we saw some blood in the Extreme Rules match, like in that side of the match. So why can't we see a little blood here? I don't understand, but this was they were very stiff in this match. The chops, the forearms that they were doing right out the beginning, they were throwing each other into the cage. They didn't use much of the cage really to do. Well, I mean, they raked each other's face across the cage a little bit, but they didn't really utilize the cage very much. I like this enziguri that Balor did. That was pretty cool to the match. I like when freaking Finn Balor, he was like on the top rope and kicks Joe in the face and freaking knocks Finn Balor's momentum down, and he gets hit in his ding ding. I'll just say that word, ding ding. He gets hit in his balls. I'll just say that. And man, that's gonna be hurting him for a while. So that was pretty cool to the match. It feels like Finn Balor hit a lot of sling blades during this match. I feel like I count like 6 sling blades he hit. And I was kind of hoping for like maybe a coup de grace from the top of the cage, but no, we didn't get that, which kind of sucked. What else do we have? I like when Joe did the SC Joe during the match. But Finn Balor did hit the coup de grace, but Joe kicked out at 2. And then, I like how Joe hit the Muscle Buster, but Balor kicked out, so they both kicked out of each other's finisher at least once. But then Joe hit the Muscle Buster from the top rope, and then he got the 1, 2, 3, and still your NXT champion, Samoa Joe. Really good match. I really enjoyed it. This was a fun match. I really enjoyed it, but like I said, I'd say it's the weakest match that they had out of the matches that they did have. But yeah, that was my NXT Takeover The End review. It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to see what happens on next week's NXT. I guess I'll see what happens there. Also, so for some more checking out one of my videos, please smash that subscribe button and go follow me on the Twitter at the TrueJSB. And also go follow me on Instagram, the TrueJSB, also, and Snapchat, the TrueJSB. Oh no, I don't know why I talked in Spanish for a minute, but I did. But those all my social media stuff, and also tomorrow I got my Slammiversary predictions. Stay tuned for that. That'll probably be up tomorrow morning, somewhere around there. And then, excuse me, and then we got my Money in the Bank 2012 review on Saturday. Stay tuned for that. And we got Money in the Bank 2016 predictions on Monday, and we got my Slammiversary 2016 review on Monday also, because I don't really do my reviews on Sundays because I like to think about what happened after the show. That's why I don't like to do my reviews the day of. But if you guys want to check me out to see the day of reviews, you guys can go subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. And definitely remember alone, watch out for all those steel chairs and all those foreign objects, because there's going to be some flying at you in about 5 seconds. But Jordan saying peace out. I guess I'll catch you guys in my next video whenever I see you. So peace out.